We on? Hello, mate.
We on? All right, pal. How's it going?
Hi, nice to see you. How's things?
All right, mate. All right. Pretty fireworks night, innit?
My kids have been sat in the garden watching the firework out the back wall while the dog's been like trembling like mad. So bit of a nice break. This just having a bit crack.
Is it bad through there?
They've been going off a canny bit. To be fair, like I think with it being lockdown, everyone's like cashing in more than they would.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's no public displays, is there? So I think everyone's like diving in the back gardens and that. So they've all been flying out.
Oh, it's like the bloody Gaza Strip round here.
How have your sparklers been? Did you get them off?
Me what?
Your sparklers.
The missus did, Paul. I was in the house. I don't like them. No, I'm not keen on them at all. So me and my little one stayed in, and the missus went out with my little boy. But no, it's all good. Well, it's good, like you see, it's good to get together though. It's been a couple of weeks since we probably got together, and to be fair, you know,
we've been all right here, by the way. Last minute get together, get dinners on.
I know. Last minute get together. When did we plan it? Tuesday afternoon. We were going to do something. Just me and you. We're going to do something. Just me and you. Bang it out. Just for a bit crack. Then, for some unknown reason, you decided to put something on social media saying we're going to be joined by a guest, without having a guest. But fair play to you, pal. You've pulled it right out the bag. So who have we got?
Here we go. Joe Denley is going to be joining us very soon, I think.
Joe Denley is
unless he passes us off without saying anything.
In the waiting room.
Aye, unless he pies us off.
No, he's not pieing, mate. He's not pieing us off. He's there. See him. He's in the waiting room.
Oh, is he?
Get him in.
Get him on. Get him on.
Joe Denley, everyone.
Don't leave the lad hanging there. Oh, he's on side.
He's upside down.
Hello,
am I upside down? Is that better?
There we are. Top man. How you doing, mate?
Thank you.
Hey. Johnny, this is Joe. Johnny.
Johnny, how you doing, mate? Good, thank you. Very good.
Cheers for joining us, mate. Bonfire night. I'm sure you would have had big plans with the kids.
Not really. Trying to keep them asleep with all the fireworks going off.
That's a nightmare. We're just saying it. I think with it being lockdown, everyone's cashing in on garden displays rather than going to the public ones.
Yeah, correct. Carnage.
How's things, mate? Keeping well?
Yeah, keeping well, mate. Keep trying to keep busy. Yeah, not a great deal really been going on. Just trying to keep up with the old fitness stuff and not much cricket. Entertaining the kids, family life. You know how it is.
Absolutely.
Rushy, how's your fitness going, pal?
Me golf and fitness has been good. Stamina on the golf course has been all right, but other than that, it's been a pretty quiet 3-4 weeks, mate.
I have to find a new hobby now, mate, for the next few weeks.
Well, I think we've basically been told we're going to be on furlough till March now with the scheme coming out today. So it'll be a long old winter for some of us.
Correct.
Hopefully you'll get some 2020 gig, mate, and you'll be off keeping busy, playing something.
Hopefully, yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think a lot of Big Bash, for starters, a lot of their teams, franchises have got their overseas sorted. So it might be a case of if players drop out, then potentially fill a gap. And then I think the PSL as well have got their finals coming up. So that might be a potential little 10 days away in Pakistan for that. But we'll have to wait and see.
Is all the PSL been in Pakistan this year? Because they did have the first few rounds, didn't they, in Dubai and stuff, and then they had the in Pakistan.
Years ago, where it was all Dubai, and then they just played the semi-finals and finals in Pakistan, which I went to as well, which was incredible. actually really good. The atmosphere.
First time you've been over?
First time I've been there, yeah. It was the first time they hosted cricket actually since the attacks on the Sri Lankan cricket team. So yeah, look, it was incredible. So look, I hope Pakistan can host a lot more cricket. That is for sure. I think England are planning to go there in the near future, so that should be good.
I think there's quite a few teams planning it now, aren't there? So I think it'll be good for World Cricket to get them back on the map.
Absolutely.
Johnny.
Yes.
You're in charge of our Length Does Matter Twitter page. Before we continue, mate, what's this cult club Joe's got?
Well, I think Joe can probably tell us a little bit more about it. The Denley meme.
Denley meme.
What's all that about, mate? Because we put this out last night and our Twitter page went absolutely berserk. With all these memes of you coming on, and just it went mental, didn't it, Mushy?
Oh, mate, like just random photos of you eating your lunch and things like that coming out, and it's like,
I know they superimpose my head on some ridiculous things as well. Yeah, some of the stuff I've seen over the last couple of months is very entertaining. I've never met them. I don't know who they are, but they keep us entertained with some of the stuff they come up with, bless them. But yeah, I don't know. I can't explain that one. Funny.
I did notice one of their pictures. They put like a letter from you, just saying like you approve all of the content and stuff like that. So they've got your approval, mate, officially.
I know. Yeah, Kent got hold of it. Yeah, and we just thought it'd be nice touch to send them a little note and a little video message. So yeah, it's incredible. I can't really. You must have a few fan pages out there as well, Rushy. What about you, John?
No, not quite to that extent. I was actually thinking earlier while I was making dinner, like, am I jealous of it or not? And then I was kind of flicking through some of the stuff, and I was like, nah, I'm good actually. I'm happy just being in the background, but nah. I mean,
what was for dinner?
What did we have for dinner? We had
Uber Eats don't count.
Nah, veggie mince with wedges.
Sounds horrible.
With beans. Too healthy for you, Johnny.
Sounds absolutely horrendous.
Right, let's get the serious stuff, Johnny.
Yeah. We'll it's hard to get the serious stuff. Right, Joe, we've had a bit of time, obviously, to prep and stuff like that. Not much. Started your career at Kent. Couple of England caps early doors in your career, probably 10 years ago. Got a move to Middlesex, which didn't quite probably work out the way you wanted it to. Then got the move back to Kent, obviously your home county, stuff like that. How important do you think, Joe, that move back to Kent was for your career, and what do you think it's kind of done for your career since then?
Yeah, massive actually. It was originally the move to Middlesex was you mentioned there about obviously playing for England all those years ago. Probably, well, I'd say definitely probably a bit too young to probably get the call up, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to try and get back in once I got dropped that time. And I thought moving to Middlesex, playing at a big club like that and playing Division 1 cricket was the right move for me. And yeah, I think all the time I was there, I just put too much pressure on myself. All my focus was on about getting back in that England team as soon as possible. And sure enough, runs didn't come. I found myself battling for form. My last year, I was playing second team cricket, and yeah, a bit of a low point actually in my career. And then Kent Kesey, a good friend of mine, obviously Kesey contacted me and said, "Fancy coming back?" And I jumped at the chance. Really, I love Middlesex, great bunch of lads, really good club, but like I say, it was more personal reasons, I think that it just didn't work out. And yeah, I think coming back to Kent was just a massive relief. I think I learned a lot in those few years at Middlesex, obviously putting all that pressure on myself, and reached a real low point. So it was just about coming back to Kent, enjoying it again, not worrying about getting back in the England team. That was quite a way off. Just enjoying my cricket, and here we are now. What a good few years it's been.
Did you when you moved to Middlesex, did you relocate there? Like, did you go with your missus, things like that?
Yeah, my missus. She's obviously been incredibly supportive throughout my career. Yeah, we relocated. We moved there, and it was. I thought at the time it was the right move, but in the end, it turned out not to be.
One of those things, though. Obviously Middlesex are a massive club. You don't know unless you actually try it.
No.
But to sort of go back to Kent, I mean, a lot of people would easily not go back to their home county. They would kind of stay away. Once they've gone, they've gone. But to go back and then obviously get into the form you have done the last few years, and obviously playing for England the last what, sort of 18 months, 24 months, just goes to show, it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, and I think you're right, Rushy, as well. Like, I don't think I'd probably be where I am now without that move to Middlesex, learning from those mistakes, not necessarily from a technical side of things, just I think mentally how much pressure I put on myself to perform, and my performances suffered. It's a big part of the game, isn't it? The mental side of it, and understanding the pressures that come with being a professional cricketer, and dealing with failure. That those few years at Middlesex, certainly that's where I probably learnt the most, is how badly I dealt with poor performances, and how I deal with them now. Completely.
Is there a massive difference in sort of off-field things? So obviously Middlesex, they've got everything going on behind the scenes. Do players feel that, and are you aware of that? As opposed to, no disrespect to Kent, there's not that massive stadium. You haven't got the MCC loom and all that kind of stuff. Is that something that can distract you from playing?
That was certainly a challenge of playing at Middlesex. Was they don't actually own the ground. They don't own Lords. It's owned by the MCC. So it never really felt like a home ground, if that makes sense. We trained, and we played quite a few games away from Lords. We'd never leave our kit bag in the change room after every game. We had to sort of pack up and take it out. So in that regard, it was tough. Never really felt like you had a home in terms of that being your home ground. When I'm playing at Canterbury, not a lot of players like going to Canterbury, especially batters, but you just get that real sense of that home feeling when you drive through the gates. When you're at the ground, it's almost like a second home to me, whereas I never really felt that at Lords. As amazing place as it is, obviously one of the amazing grounds in the world, but never really felt like a home.
Yeah. Johnny, you'd love the lunches at Lords, by the way. I don't know if you've heard much about the lunchroom at Lords, but my word, it's outstanding. Incredible.
Not good for the skin folds.
Nah. It's probably why I've never moved to Middlesex, to be honest.
Obviously, you mentioned Canterbury there, not good for batsmen. He's laughing. He knows what I'm going to say. Joe, cast your mind back, right? June 2017. And this has got to be one of your low points of your career, right? Because cricketers have all had highs and lows, but this has to be a low point, right? Don't know if you'll ever remember, right? June 2017, Kent v Durham, right?
Yeah.
Durham, 375 for 8, first innings. Just got Paul Collingwood out, just got 100. In walks Mr. Chris Rushworth, batting number 10.
Who was 11? Oh, Gav Main. I think it
Main,
was Gav Main, it was.
right?
Scottish.
Chris Rushworth is first and only first class 50. 50 first and last. 57 not out from 67 balls. I want it. I've seen this fella, but how did that happen, Joe? Come on, man.
I don't know. Was I bowling?
We had a look. You bowled one over, and you got maiden. So you weren't bowling, but you obviously were there. Can you remember that or not? Because he doesn't know any. I asked him loads. He doesn't know any of his bowling stats, right? Who he got wickets against, anything like that. But he knows his first class 50 was against Kent.
No,
I've only had one.
I don't remember any. Fielding's bad enough, really. So I'd imagine at that stage, 350 for 8, in comes number 10. You're thinking, we're going to be batting soon. And then that's one of the worst feelings is when they come out and get runs. So, no.
When shit players score runs, you mean?
Hey?
When shit players get runs.
No worse a feeling when you get them 6-7 down, and then you think, we could be off here soon. And then the batsman or the bowler's got some sort of technique and gets in behind it. You just think, oh God, we need to get off the field.
As a bowler,
I can't believe that's your only 50, Rushy. I thought you'd have.
Nah, my batting's gone downhill. My batting's gone downhill just as your bowling's got better.
Yeah, well, bowling's going all right, actually. I'll tell you, that's one of the biggest things of, I think, getting called back into the England side is my bowling. It's added massive strength to my game. I think it played a big part of me selected. So there you go, mate. Work on your batting.
Could get in. Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. What else we got, Johnny?
Twitter questions. The meme team. I sent a few questions in. A few daft ones here, mate. How long should one hold the pause following a cover drive?
How long should one? Not long. Not long. You know when you connect with it, if it's going for 4 and if you beat the fields, no need to pose. It's only going to fire the bowlers up, isn't it? That's probably a question for Rushy.
Rushy, I'll hold it all day if he plays.
Honestly, I haven't got many good shots, but I back myself to play a nice cover drive. But I always run, regardless of how well I hit it. My initial instinct is run to the other end. Whereas batsmen, they instantly know straight away where it's going for 4. Just stand there and watch it. I can't do it.
Especially if it's a fast bowler, get out the other end.
Oh, I run past them with my head down, like, sorry, mate. But it's nice to get one out the middle. But batsmen always do it. Sam Robson is the worst. So as a bowler, you bowl to him, he'll belt it to the boundary, he'll scream in his little Aussie accent, wait there, and the ball's hit the cover boundary fence. And you're like, come on, mate, there's no need for that.
Oh, mate, angry. You bowlers are angry, I tell you.
Get worse. As you get older, it gets worse. I thought Graham Onions was angry, and then he left. And in the last few years, I found myself just getting more wound up with little things. Don't
mention his name. Wow. He got me out a few times. I'm glad he's retired, actually.
I think he used to like bowling at you.
Correct.
Always on the whiteboard in the changing room. How do you get Joe Denley out? Bunny was like, "Don't worry, lads, I got him."
I bet, yeah, mate. I reckon it's double figures.
No,
well,
I don't think there's many players got a single player out double figures. Be good effort.
Nightmare.
I actually spoke to Bunny yesterday. Just said we were having a bit chat to you tonight.
Yeah.
He did provide us with a little bit of information.
Oh, come on in.
So I've obviously heard the story before, but Bunny just reminded us yesterday. So I don't know if you want to explain it, but it was the day Graham Onions got married to his lovely wife, Emma.
Oh, the beer was flowing that day. Oh dear, yeah. Well, I'll get a bit carried away after a few beers. It doesn't happen very often, but yeah.
This is before kids.
Yeah, but well, way before kids. Yeah, me. Yeah, some good tunes on the dance floor. I seem to remember, and I was just boogieing away, and my suit seemed to just fall off. And then next minute, I knew Mrs. Onions Senior was charging on the dance floor, escorting me off.
Oh, Maureen, was she angry?
I can't really remember Rushy, to be honest. But I don't think she was best pleased.
Nah, she's a lovely lady as well, Maureen. If you've got on the wrong side of her.
No, well, to be fair, ever since, every time I see her, I always say hello, and she's always pleased to see me. So I don't think I offended her too badly. But yeah, it was a good day, Graham's wedding, as much as I remember of it.
Good day, the evening, not so much.
Oh, Will Gidman was on the Twitter as well. Now, what's this? Any more meals for one in the bathroom?
Oh, Will Gidman, bless his heart. What a man.
Great man.
What a great man. Yeah, that would be referring to, I've got a bit of an issue with people crunching their food really loudly. And I think it was, the missus came away we was staying in a hotel, and she always eats salads, like really crunchy food. And see, being in a hotel room, I couldn't really go anywhere else to eat my food. So I went in the bathroom and ate while she stayed in the room and ate her salad. I know, it's a weird one. I just can't stand it. When people crunch or eat with their mouth open, it drives me mental.
So if you're in a restaurant, say, I don't know, team meal or out with the boys, like someone's having a chomp on a poppadom or something like that.
Well, yeah, poppadom. If they're being like really loud about it, I'll tell them to sort of rein it in a bit. It's just basic table manners, isn't it, Rushy?
It is, but some food you can't help if it makes a noise.
No, that's true. That's true. My missus knows now. I sound like an absolute weirdo here, don't I? But she doesn't eat like crisps, or she tries not to eat crunchy food around me. I don't know why. It just fires me up.
Then the meme team are going to love this. Mark Turner. Tina.
What a man.
Why do they call you Commando? What dare we ask?
Oh, I saw this one on Twitter, actually. They call me, well, to be fair, I'm not called Commando anymore. Occasionally, no pants. But there you go. It all started when I was obviously younger. I was playing, Andrew Simons was playing at Kent. And after each game, we'd shower. I'd just go home with no underpants on. Pretty much it. Commando. Go Commando, as they say. Don't know why.
Right, this is interesting because I used to go to a school with a guy who, when we first started going out, used to always go home with one sock. So we used to get back and he would put his washing in, and his mother would be like, "Andrew, you've only got one sock again. What's going on?" So anyway, he started going out wearing two pairs of socks. Because every time he went to a nightclub and he needed the toilet, there was never any toilet roll. So he used to use one of his socks. So if you're working on the same theory as that, then...
Oh, well, no. I don't do it anymore. That only happened a couple of times and it just seemed to stick. It's amazing how these things get around.
It's always the bad things that stick, mate, isn't it?
Isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah. Not anymore.
Joe, 34 now. Obviously, really, really productive few years. been the England set up a little while. Obviously, a lot of career highlights. Is there anything else you think you want to achieve in the game of cricket?
Yeah, I obviously recently lost my place in the Test team and not been selected to go on this tour to South Africa with the white ball team. I still have ambitions to play for England. That is for sure. There's a T20 World Cup next year and Ashes in Australia. I'd love to be a part of that, but yeah, we'll see. If that doesn't happen, I'll be incredibly proud of what I achieved with England and represented them as many times as I did. And I'm certainly not going to fall into that trap of all those years ago putting too much pressure on myself to get back in. For me, it's just about trying to perform with Kent next summer, and if it happens, it happens. But yeah, look, I'd love to be part of that Ashes squad, certainly down under, and playing a World Cup for England. That would be a dream.
Yeah. I know a little bit of a message with you this afternoon. Like I thought you've done pretty well for England the last sort of 12 months, especially the white ball stuff, and like I say, your bowling's giving you that extra sort of edge, I guess. Like if I was in your shoes, I'd be pissed off. But you seemed a little bit more relaxed about it.
Yeah, well, pretty chilled. I think that's just come with age and more experience I get. I think there's your cricket career seems to go a lot quicker the older you get, and I just rather not waste time being too bitter about things and just control what I can control really. And I'd like to think if I perform next summer or whenever my next cricket is, then I've still got a good chance. I've had a good conversation with Ed. He was pretty honest, and I'm still on the radar. So whether that's true or not, hopefully it is, and hopefully I can perform and still be a part of it. But no, I'm never. It takes a lot for me to get pissed off, to be honest, Rushy. I'm pretty easygoing, and like I say, hopefully my performances can lead to some sort of selection again.
Okay, and I guess if you kind of don't get back in, particularly in the Test team, no better man really to take your place than young Zach Crawley. How good's he? You've seen him up close quite a while. How good's he going to be, Joe?
Yeah, he's been impressive, hasn't he? Yeah, look, he's done incredibly well. I think he surprised quite a few people with how well he's done. To be honest, I think that 260 against Pakistan was like a highlights package, really. His whole innings. His improvement over the last few years has been quite incredible. But he puts in the hard work. He puts in a lot of hours that people don't see. He's got a really good friendship with Rob Key, who's kind of like his mentor. And Zach, he's one of the fittest lads going around. Like I say, he works hard at his game, and that talent's there as well. And he's only 21, I think, early 20s, and he's got a long Test career or England career. I wouldn't be surprised if he went into the white ball stuff as well. So yeah, look, I'm very pleased for him. He's a great lad as well, and I'm sure all fans are pretty pleased with his performances and what the future holds for him.
I think when you see young batsmen, especially come into international cricket, I guess they must be feeling, to feel like they belong. You need that big score. You need a ton on the board early doors, and like you say, he got that 260 odd against Pakistan. That must be a massive weight off his shoulders now going forward.
Oh, yeah, I agree, absolutely. He fitted into the group from the start. Really, he got on well with everyone. But yeah, I agree. Like, I think my time with England playing in that Test team, I think I was always searching for that 100, because it almost gives you that recognition or that belief that you belong at that level, and just fills you with so much confidence. So yeah, I think you're absolutely right, mate. not that would be one of my biggest regrets or biggest disappointments, I suppose, is not getting 100 for England. That's for sure.
And was it? Do you think it was was it a case of trying too hard, or what? I mean, you got a lot of starts, didn't you? And you kind of never really got out early doors. You always started building innings. There was 20s, there was 30s, 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
Was it just that? What was it? Do you think? Do you think you can put your finger on it? What it was?
Yeah, maybe towards as those starts kept coming and I kept getting out, I probably started to put pressure on myself. You know, I always felt comfortable at the crease, but like you say, there was a lot of starts, a lot of time at the crease without those big scores. And I think from I suppose, a technical side of things, I faced a lot of balls without rotating strike and being able to score off bowlers' balls, where I think you look at someone like Rooty, you know, he's not a dasher by any means, but he's always scoring at a decent strike rate, even in Test cricket. He accumulates runs really well, and I think that's somewhere I probably could have been a bit better at. I got bogged down a bit, and therefore pressure built for me to try and move on with the scoring, and got out when I was almost set, really.
Hey, what's the crack? This rumour going around that they asked you to face 100 balls, and regardless of how many runs you got, I know Wisden have released their article today and said it wasn't true in that, but is there no truth in that?
No, I don't know where that's come from. Rooty and Spoons were very clear in terms of the game plan for us as a batting unit, and that was scoring big first innings runs.
Yeah.
Wasn't too worried about how you did it or how many balls you faced. But no, I was never instructed to go out and make sure I faced 100 balls. It may have looked like that sometimes when I was 10 off 100 balls, but no, I was never told that. No truth.
Fair enough. There we go, mate. I was at the Oval, by the way, in the Ashes when you got 90 odd.
Yeah,
knocked that against a serious attack, quick deck.
Yeah, it was not a bad attack actually, to be fair.
Righty.
Yeah, and then managed to just edge and make a very straight ball look like an absolute seed.
Mate, it happens to the best of us, don't worry. Isn't that right, Johnny?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Have we got time for anything else, or are we going to wrap it up?
No, I think we've done that, Joe. Honest, really short notice. Really appreciate you coming on. We only planned to do this yesterday, so thank you so much for your time. Massive best of luck, man, for next season. So we get a season, and let's hope we see you back in England shirt, Joe.
Top man, cheers, mate. Yeah, I agree. Let's hope we get a season. Hopefully a few people are allowed to come and watch as well, make a bit of a difference. But no worries, lads. I appreciate it. It's good to chat.
Cheers, Dennis. Thanks, mate. I'm not sure if we've got Kent next year, but
no worries, boys.
Thanks, mate. All the best.
Thanks. Cheers, lads.
Cheers.
There we go.
Well, happy with that, mate, eh?
Yeah, what a top man. Top man.
Good bloke.
Do you know what? It will be good to see him back in an England shirt.
I would. Like, that's the first time I've really had a chance to chat to him like that. And like I say, if that was me, I would have been so annoyed and pissed off that I hadn't been picked. But you hear how relaxed he is and how he feels about it and stuff. You know, it's kind of. I wouldn't be surprised if he does get back in. He starts off well, has that sort of relaxed mind frame, that mindset when he gets back to Kent. But top lad. Great to get in 24 hours notice. Good crack as well. I enjoyed that.
Aye, really good crack, mate. Really good crack. Spot on. Really well done for getting them on as well, Paul. Because I'm not going to lie, mate. I was getting a little bit worried yesterday.
You were panicking at one stage, weren't you?
When you put the bloody message out on social media, yeah, we're going to get a guest, and we fucking didn't have one. I was getting a bit worried. So, no, well done, mate. You've pulled it out the bag. Spot on. Mushy, what have we got planned? We're in lockdown, right? And obviously, it's a bit of a nightmare. Can't get out. We can't get a studio. We can't get in the boozer to record for at least 4 weeks. Could be more. What we got planned the next few weeks, mate?
Wait, quizzes are the way forward, aren't they? Lockdown. If we plan a live quiz, we'll do it live. I know that's been the plan anyway. You want to be the quiz master. You've said you want to be the quiz master, and you want me to join in.
No, you said you wanted to play the quiz. So I am quite happy to be the quiz master. I am quite happy for everybody else to play against you.
Right.
Knowing your, for professional cricket, quite limited cricket knowledge, it could be like quite an easy night's work for a lot of people, mate. I'm not going to lie. The date being bandied around at the moment is Friday the 13th.
Oh, interesting.
Friday the 13th of November is the date that we have penciled in.
Mate, if ever a time, length did matter. It's Friday the 13th.
What could go wrong? We're live. Third outing.
Right now, I'm all over that. I'm keen.
We'll have to see if we can get the producer out of bed.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
We'll see if we can get the producer out of bed, because this one is going out. It's going out in this format. It's not going to have any production around it. We've recorded straight through. So we'll get this one out and quiz. I think, yeah, we're going to go for quiz. I think it'll be good crack. It'll be a good laugh. We might get a couple of guests on to say hello at various points. It'll be nothing too stressful. It'll not be 100 questions, not like that. 30 questions. We'll have a big crack. We'll have a few beers. We'll try and get 100 people coming onto YouTube. We'll get the comments going. We'll just have a good night. Couple of hours. Nothing, like I say, nothing too stressful. Get your clubs involved. Get the lads on the WhatsApp, whatever. It'll be good crack, mate. It'll be really, really, really good crack.
Couple of vinos.
Yeah, you weren't drinking. And 2 hours ago, you said you weren't going to have a beer.
Trying. Kids, stress, fireworks, shaking dogs.
Furlough.
She's on the furlough.
But on the one circuit.
I'm all keen. This quiz, Friday the 13th. Let's get it done.
Mate, honestly, it's been a good 40 minutes, that. Put it together really, really quick. We've got, obviously, proper full series coming up. But lockdown, wanted to get something out quickly. We've recorded right. It's more or less being live as well. There's going to be no editing, no fancy graphics and out on this one. We're just going to bang this one straight out. Get on it. Do you know what I mean?
Happy days, mate. Loved it.
All right, Paul.
Roll on next week.
Right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you all really, 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 really soon.
Cheers, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Length does matter.
YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I think that's about it. Right then. Thanks, everyone.
Cheers, guys. See you later.